Hi, Ted from Blue Forest here, and today we're looking at a woven dead and live hedge. This is on the back upper border of my property. I have a fenced-in area, and this is beyond it. And some of the goals I'm trying to accomplish with this hedge is A, to provide some privacy. We're on the outside looking in, and on the other side of it we have a little cleared area where we hang a hammock in the summer. We have some plantings going there. There's a terrace garden that extends up the hillside beyond it. And as you can see, it does a pretty good job of providing protection, at least a view. Another thing it's trying to accomplish is to deflect deer pressure. It's probably around 8 feet tall at its tallest, although there's certainly gaps. I've kind of left an intentional passageway here for the deer to creep through as I've strengthened the rest of the hedge. But in the past, there was a deer trail that ran straight through this into the woods, and it intersected with one that was, we're looking down slope, but it came up under this clearing, this cut under the power lines here. And I was really trying to just keep them out of my property, or at least steer them around. Deflect them is a good word, because the deer will go where they want to go. But if I could kind of change their route up here and around, that would alleviate some pressure directly on the other side of this to allow me to get some plantings established. I've had a lot of dead wood that I've cut, buckthorn, different kinds of honeysuckle, etc. The power company came through here a year or two ago and cleared out this stretch. I'm sure they will again in a couple years. So I used the wood here to just kind of stack and weave and twist and tangle it all amongst itself to form a hedge. And within that too, I have living species. There's, you can see up here, a juneberry that's incorporated into it. There's chokecherry, pushing up above. There's buckthorn living in here. There's honeysuckle. There's black locust. There's woodbine climbing all over it. I'm sure there's other things going on too. That's okay. I mean, I want this to be a living hedge eventually, but I'm not going to focus too heavily on it. I'm going to kind of let the deadwood protect some of the live stuff. I'm going to shape it how I want it. We can see here a buckthorn that was actually, I cut a few years back. Now it has all this vigorous regrowth coming from the stump. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna weave that into the hedge as I go and put it to use. There's a big tartar honeysuckle hanging out here that's alive. I'm gonna be cutting that back, doing some maintenance here, and really focusing on the line of this hedge. And I'll take all that material and just fold it back in and weave it even thicker. I've been working on this for a few years in the spring usually, and I feel like it's pretty solid now. I'm gonna get ready to close up this gap so that the deer can't penetrate through the middle anymore. My hope is they've already been deterred just by the fact that it's here, and that they don't use this path that they once did so heavily. My hope is they won't try to find new ways through it or over it, but they will continue up the slope here and work their way around it. And then to come onto my property, which I'm sure they will, they'll have to kind of do some U-turns and get back in. You know, it's just not really a straight shot. So their trail kind of goes up here and off that way. So I think it would relieve some pressure, and it's a great way to nurse a hedge that you're establishing, make use of some otherwise dead wood material, and help create a barrier. So the trick is just to get a lot of stuff. I don't know how much it looks like, but it's a ton of deadwood, way more than you think. And you can just keep adding and adding and adding. But it's a real cool way to give yourself some privacy, develop some more niches and diversity and habitat, and hopefully steer those deer away from your property. There's no reason you couldn't do this as a replacement of a fence all the way around. Well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna clean up this hedge and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done.